Do you like it, Mom? I can't tell if it looks good on me or not. You made this dress look so beautiful. I don't think I can pull it off the way you did.
How come?
Well, I want to look my best.
Every bride wants to look their best.
Well, of course, but I want to look the best of the best. I want Richard to see me and fall in love with me all over again.
Oh, Richard. Sweetie, I know we're trying on dresses right now for the wedding, but are you still sure you want to marry him?
What do you mean? Is something wrong? Do you think I'm making a mistake?
No, dear, not at all. It's just, if you have any reservations about him, don't hesitate to cancel this wedding. I know getting married is every girl's dream, but it's a huge commitment.
Well, what do you mean by reservations?
Let me tell you a story. Maybe it will make more sense. There once was a girl, about your age, maybe a little younger. She had beautiful golden hair and the rosiest of cheeks. She was at her peak. She loved herself. All she was worried about was what she was going to serve for dinner or when she was going to sew up her next pair of pants. Then she met a farmer. Well, her parents met a farmer, and they decided to set the two up for marriage. Afraid of disappointing her family, she abandoned her fairy tale dream and agreed to marry him. However, on the inside, there were things that created a pit in her stomach. Like the way he would ignore her presence, talk about her like she wasn't a person at all, or how he never tried to win her over. In fact, it seemed like over time, he grew bigger than he actually was. His teeth looked a little sharper, and there was hunger that glistened in his eyes every time they would ravage her body. This beautiful golden girl's hair slowly turned white at the roots. Her rosy cheeks were robbed of their tint, and she was sickly pale. As the years passed, she wanted love, and unlike any other love, she believed that she couldn't have it, so she would create it.
Create love?
Yes, create love. The farmer wanted a child so badly, so after years of hiding from him, she finally gave in. If she could not love her husband, then she would love the child.
But, Mother, that makes no sense. How does someone create love?
To create love, one must find it and capture it, and never let it go.
But what if you let it go?
Why would you want to do such a thing? That's a silly question.
Oh, I think I understand what you're trying to tell me now, Mom. Don't worry. I love Richard, but do you think you could help me get the stress off? I'm having lunch with Richard in a couple of minutes, and he'll be here soon.
Of course, dear. Funny. I thought she'd find this dress to be hideous. Don't know why she likes it so much. The shawl is fretting, and the once white pearls are now ugly tan. Honestly, it doesn't matter what condition it's in. It was ugly then, and it's ugly now. I'll never forget the day when I gave my life away to that farmer. I couldn't tell Ruth that I was the girl in the story. She's already been through so much. My husband was a cruel man who abandoned the both of us. She was way too young to remember him. She doesn't remember the way he would savagely look at us, how his veins warmed around his neck as they burrowed into his skin, the way his jaw would clench like a dog as he would always be ready to bark another order at us. I always thought he would die from a heart attack. It's a shame he had to go selfishly kill himself. His only daughter, left to walk down the aisle by herself. I can't stand to look at this thing. I wish you would just let me buy her a new one.
Hi, dear. How's your day today?
Fine.
Oh, okay. Anything interesting happen at work today?
No, not really.
Well, did you eat?
No, going to.
Should I start lunch?
No, probably have a meeting.
Well, that's okay. I guess we can just dig into what I wanted to discuss. last week we pre-ordered flowers, and this week we have to discuss the cake and also napkins. There's 3 different colors that we have to go over. Yeah, there's baby pink, salmon pink, and there's another kind of pink. How does that sound?
What's the goddamn difference?
Excuse me?
They're just napkins. Each color is the same. Why does it matter?
Well, I mean, is something wrong? Did something happen at work today? You're acting a little weird.
Nothing happened at work today.
Excuse me?
It's just napkins. Each of the colors sound the same anyway.
Richard, are you okay? Did something happen at work today?
Oh my God, woman. Do you always think something is wrong? Why would anything be wrong? I raise my voice or change my tone in the slightest way, and you assume something is wrong. You can't ever leave anything alone, and you never stop asking me if something is wrong. Have you thought I just want to be left alone? And no one gives a damn about napkins.
I really wish you wouldn't do that in here.
And I really wish you would get off my back. I don't see you making any money. Who do you think is going to pay for all these things? All my life I've worked so I could make as much money as possible to support you. And you ask me not to smoke when you know it relieves me from stress? How selfish could you possibly be? Never in my life have I ever met a woman as selfish as you. You're lucky that I love you because with your personality, I can't see anyone else loving you.
Richard, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. You're right. Please forgive me.
You're always sorry. Sorry this, sorry that. When can you just take responsibility and grow up?
What are you trying to say, Richard? Do you not want to get married to me? It sounds like you don't want to. Why would you want to be with me if I'm so selfish? Clearly, you must see how absurd you sound right now. Richard, I'm so sorry if I hurt your feelings. I didn't mean to, and I wasn't trying to be selfish. I was just trying to comfort you. I just want to make you happy.
Hey, shh. Don't worry. We're going to get married next week, and it's all going to be fine. I bet we'll laugh about this in our vows. You're going to look so beautiful in your dress.
Thank you. Yeah, no, it's okay. I understand. You're a busy man, and I know you have places to be, so I can decide this on my own.
Awesome. Yep. I got a meeting with the boss, but thank you.
He's still mad at me. I know it. Tonight he isn't going to talk to me, and he might not even come home at all. Why don't I feel better? He apologized. Everything should be fine now, but for some reason, I do not feel fine. It feels like a nightmare, like something is trying to grab my heart and shake it awake. I don't know what it is, but it's in my stomach too, chewing away at the lining and burrowing itself farther and farther into what feels like an endless void. God, please, I promise, if you just bring him back to me tonight, I won't ever take him for granted again. He was right. I was being so selfish. But I was just trying to comfort him. How can I be a good wife if I can't even be a good girlfriend? I don't want him to leave me. He can't leave me. I mean, I don't think I could ever love somebody again if he left me. And no one could ever love me. It was just a cigarette and nothing more, and I had to say something, but probably just ruined his whole day. He surely isn't going to want to marry me now. I just can't focus. I'm supposed to make dinner for him tonight, if he even comes home. I don't want anyone talking to me. I don't want to make dinner. I just want to sit here and wait for him to come home. I just want to rest. I'm so tired. I go to sleep, and then I wake up more tired, so then I don't sleep. But then because I don't sleep, I'm more tired than I was before. This cycle just doesn't seem to ever end, but I deserve it. I do deserve this because I was being selfish, so this is what I deserve. Oh, and I knew I shouldn't have worn this top today. It's bad luck. The last time I wore it, we fought as well. I knew it. I'm going to take off this top. Yeah, that's a good idea. Take off this top. It's just so ugly. I can't even stand to look at it. It's just so ugly. But I'll do that. I'll take the shirt off. I'll start to make dinner. And then everything will be as planned. Everything will go great. Everything will be back to normal. And if he wants to light a cigarette, I just won't say a single word.
Good evening, Richard. How's my new son-in-law doing?
Doing great, ma'am.
How's business going?
It's going pretty all right. I'm getting a promotion. Promoted to manager. I'm so excited. I'm making tons of money.
I bet you are.
And how are you, ma'am?
Yes, I've been doing okay. But Ruth, I've been worried sick about her. Why didn't you tell me she was ill sooner?
She's sick? She probably did it to herself. Yeah, well, she's always been having these sleeping problems, as she calls it. These days she can't decide whether she wants to sleep or eat or whatever, but she's not even doing either.
Excuse me?
You heard me. Yeah, she probably brought it upon herself. She's faking it, probably, so she doesn't have to do housework.
Well, maybe if you knew her a little better, you would know that she's been struggling for a while now.
Now, why would she be struggling? Doing the chores around this house is such a struggle. I don't even know why we called upon she's her crazy mom.
How dare you?
You're crazy, woman.
There's nothing crazy about a mother trying to protect her child. Done. I hope you enjoy your business trip, but I doubt you'll be able to sell a soul such as yours. Not even the devil would want to buy it. Unfortunately, hell is the only place for you, Richie. You aren't in the condition to. Anyways, back to my little secret. You know, you aren't the only one here, right? Approximately 3 feet over there is my husband. He was just as cruel as you. And when I saw you preying on my daughter, I wanted to get rid of you. As a mother, it is my duty to protect my child. I would do anything for her, and I certainly wasn't going to let her be controlled by a man such as my husband, let alone someone as heartless as you. Thought she was too young to remember her father, but I guess I was wrong. Where else could she have picked up love such as that? It was my fault, and I was too late to catch it. I don't care if I have to spend the rest of my life rotting in hell if that means Ruth has another chance to live her life and live it knowing love will find her instead. She won't feel a need to be pressured into a life where she is forced to create feelings that should come natural with age. My life was already gone when I married my husband, but not Ruth's. I was too afraid to help Ruth in the past, but now I've gathered a whole new strength, a strength I should have gathered even before she was born. I may have created her for my own sanity, but over time, I grew to truly love her. I should have truly loved her from the start, and that goes for my husband as well. I can't blame myself for the man he turned out to be, but I can blame myself for my own sins, which I have accepted this fate in this life as a whole. Ruth won't know this truth ever, and she won't know why her mother won't be waiting for her at God's gates. But whether in heaven or hell, I will always love her for the wonderful woman she has become. I wouldn't trade getting to watch her grow up for anything. At the end of the day, I am an old woman. My worn down hands and the bags under my eyes are tokens of proof that I have worked every day of my life to be the best mother I possibly could. With that being said, I do not have time to worry about my fate that is already set in stone for me. I will use up the rest of my days God has given me to love Ruth. This time is different. I might get caught, but sooner or later, you won't return from your business trip, and I'm not sure I can buy any more love. I never expected it to carry me this far. I'll just have to count my blessings and hope that Ruth and I, together, will have a chance to find love and destroy what we have created.